get the cheat code, I'm a beast. They should've never let me out of lease. Stop all the cap, I'm just tryna see. You really back what you talk on the beat. They put me in, I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a Kingpin. And when today we got no runs.
Hey guys, how's it going today?
What's happening?
I love that hat. That color is so fly.
This is a vintage Rari hat. This is when I didn't own the.
Does it match your shoes?
I'm all black
I love
today.
this. The whole black with the.
Black's my favorite color. Yeah, then I splash it.
I love it.
So the story of this logo
Black is
is
your favorite color.
Ferrari owns this
Not
font.
hot pink.
Yeah, black is
black's
his
my
favorite
favorite
color.
Okay, bet.
Not
Yeah,
hot
I just
pink.
wanted to make sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ferrari owns this font, so I had to change the font and whole nine. But this was the old,
Ferrari, you
this is
guys
the
are
old school
bitches.
Rari. Yeah,
Did I say that? Ferrari, you guys are bitches.
yeah. So they sent me a letter.
You know,
Are you
Ferraris.
serious?
I was making money off
Hey,
my
Jack,
hats.
you know you can't customize Ferraris?
No, you cannot.
You can.
You can.
Seriously?
No, you can't.
You cannot. They will sue the fuck out of you and we
can't
take that bitch
customize
back
them.
from you. You cannot customize a Ferrari.
So you
if
really
you
can't
customize
own one
it,
then.
you customize it from them.
So you
If
can't
not,
own
yeah.
one.
You can
It's
own one.
basically
You can wrap it though. I
leasing
think that's
it.
the only thing you can do. You can
And
wrap
they better
it.
authorize that, buddy. If I'm not
Really? You
mistaken.
can't wrap
yeah.
it?
I don't think
That's
you can do anything to a
crazy.
Ferrari. That's why most of the vehicle wraps you see are like Lambos, the Murcielagos and everything else. You don't hardly ever see Ferraris wrapped.
Wrapped. You might
Ferraris
be
are
right.
like collector's edition vehicles. Like a Ferrari
Yeah.
is like a,
Yeah, it's art.
Yeah. So,
And they own their font, so you can't use the Ferrari font.
which is
guys.
cool. I totally understand.
I guess
I
so.
respect it.
Make your own
Whatever.
font.
Which we did,
cheap,
right?
too. Yeah.
We made our own Rari font, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That merch coming soon.
All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Born ready.
What daily routines or practices do you do to stay sharp and stay on point? I'm talking about us.
Yeah.
You guys.
I meditate. I have first of all, I have a really high tolerance to stress, but I have a lot of stress in my life. I have a very stressful job. So I meditate to keep me at peace. And then I balance that out by drinking a shit ton of iced tea.
Sweet tea?
Unsweet. With lemon.
Unsweet. With lemon.
Wow.
Yeah, gallons of it every day.
Like a bark.
I swim in it.
So is that tea that you have, is that unsweet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Strong.
sweet. No?
Yeah, I love it.
I don't eat sugar.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I brain spar a lot with people. I like to.
You do.
I have conversations with people. I'm always, anytime I find something, I'm passing it along to somebody that I respect, that I know can give me an honest information on it, or somebody, a peer that may have, be more hip to it than I am. And I'm always scouring for what's new and what's next.
You read a lot.
Yeah,
I do as well.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
both readers.
I think that's one of the things
Are
I
you?
do the most, yeah.
I send you a lot
So
of
much.
articles.
You do,
don't I?
you do, and I read them. One thing I do is I actually do stuff around my house. Like I'm working on my grass, and I grow my grass. Like my grass is so green right now.
So you're a
That's
gardener,
awesome.
or you do
Yeah,
gardening? Is that
yeah.
what
I
you
would
do?
say that.
But is
kinda
it
helps
called
me.
landscaping?
Landscaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do stuff like that.
Gardening is-
That's like my cheat, and then I collect sneakers.
Yeah, you sure
So I
do.
go down to my
That's some
sneaker
serious
room,
shit.
and then I have this. It's
Your
a barber
sneaker
chair.
house.
It's a high quality barber chair, and I sit in the barber chair and I turn around, and I'm a mood wearer, so I would wear
I love
a
it.
sneaker to my mood. That kind of calms
That's
me down
awesome.
because we deal with stress.
Yes.
So it's kind of like you spin the
Yes.
chair to select where you
And
feel
I just
like.
go
That's
around
awesome.
in a circle, especially if I get
Choices.
out the phone
so
when
you
I'm putting
match
out a
your
fire.
outfit to your shoe. You start with your shoe and then you
I
choose
start with
the
my
outfit?
shoes, then I go up.
I'm the opposite. I start with the outfit and then I pick the shoe and the glasses.
Yeah, and my hat is like your glasses. I'll just
Oh,
wear a
okay.
wild color hat.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with my outfit.
That's so cool.
I think that's probably one of my
That's
problems
so
is that
cool.
I don't have an outlet for the music. That's all I do. I don't have anything that I do for fun. I don't have anything that I do on my spare time. And I tend to frown down on people that are telling me they're trying to take this serious and don't have the same addiction to it. That's my problem with the music business. It's an addiction.
It is
Agreed.
an addiction.
Because no matter how bad it does me, how bad it leaves me, how broke I am, no matter what it is, I'm always going to find a reason to come back to it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think that's probably one of
And-
my
and fiend for
unhealthy
it.
traits is that I'm addicted to the
Same.
music business. I'm addicted to finding a way to
I
be
don't think that's
successful.
unhealthy to me. I think I'm addicted to the win. Like I want to win more than I want the money.
Same.
I want to win more.
The money's secondary.
Yeah, because I know it
Money
comes
comes.
with it.
When it comes,
It does.
you know, I would love, I would kind of love for things to work the way they're supposed to. And when they do, I get satisfied. And when they don't, I get
Yeah.
frustrated and I trying to find where those inefficiencies were. And I try to help correct them or remove them. And oftentimes, because it may be a person more so than a procedure, it's oftentimes to move somebody that's cemented in a role in the industry that instead of helping the ocean flow, they're like
blocks
a
it.
dam.
Right.
And they
They
block,
block
the
the
flow,
flow.
and the flow has to go around them, which causes like all kinds of other things happen
Yeah,
because
facts.
of it. So, I think, what do I do to stay sharp?
That was the next question. What do we do to stay sharp?
That people piss me off. I am so
I'm planning
irked.
to in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Piss
I
them
am
off.
so irked by some of the things that my peers and some of the people do on a regular, consistent basis that it fuels me. Like, if you're gonna keep fucking it up and I'm gonna keep standing next to you, I either have to get the fuck away from you, teach you how to do it, or do it myself. And 9 times out of 10, I end up
He
doing
does it
myself.
himself.
Yeah.
And thank you, by the way, for always doing it for me.
I appreciate you. No,
Yeah.
it's a
No,
team
I
effort though,
appreciate you.
because I understand if most people listening to this that have their notepad out and their pen out, write this down, right? Do what has to be done.
Oh, say it again.
When you do what has to be done, you are allowed to talk shit.
Facts.
You're allowed to get upset. You're allowed to slam doors when you do what needs to be done. When you don't do what needs to be done, you don't have any
That
room
right.
to complain. You don't have any room to do anything else because you're a dreamer. It's okay to be a dreamer, but remember to wake up and be a doer. Yes.
I surround myself around, to stay sharp, I surround myself around young people,
Same.
people younger than me, and people older than me.
And people sharper than you.
People sharper than me.
We had
And,
that conversation.
iron
we've had
sharpens
that
iron,
conversation.
yes.
Like
I
you
do
two,
as well.
I want to be your guys' friend. And I say that to say because I gain so much knowledge from just being around you. But then at the same time, I do the same thing with younger people who are aspiring to be, I feel like, where we're at, and to take this in a professional level. So I kind of get what's hip, and I stay sharp because, I'm on the radio, got to know the lingo.
People listen
gotta,
to you. Like
Yeah,
you
people-
affect lives.
So I have to make sure I
Yes.
surround myself around younger people that are aspiring to be as well. So I do things like that to stay sharp.
I love that. I do as well. I'm always learning new stuff. Part of my personality, I'd rather learn than almost anything. So even during the COVID downturn where we all stayed in our houses, like I studied Spanish. I learned to speak another
Really?
language. Yes.
Yeah.
I have to always be learning.
Learning.
I have to, I can't just sit still.
Correct.
And I need youth. I can't, I don't hang around people my own age. I don't want to sit
They're
around
a
and
drain.
complain
They're a drain.
about my last operation
My
or
back,
my
my
knee,
head, that's
my
what
back.
I got going on. I
Oh,
have all these problems in life. When you're young, you're less afraid of the leap.
Yes.
So your conversation is a lot different than somebody
Way
that's
different.
40 and trying to figure out where the mortgage is going to come from.
Yes.
You're 20, you can give a rat's ass about a mortgage. You'll sleep on a couch.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I need that energy around me.
Which leads me to my next question. Who inspires you and why?
My team inspires me. My team is amazing. Just like the questions they ask and the movements they make and the fact that they're willing to tolerate me is just a friggin' miracle. And then the world inspires me. Like, I love reading. So every morning I wake up a couple hours early just so I can go through the newsletters in my phone and find out what's going on, not just in the music business, but in the world. Like, I love reading about drug kingpins. I love reading about politics. I love reading about publishing, the music industry. I'm fascinated by everything, the black market. Like, I just love reading.
I don't know. I one of the reasons, I guess I attribute it to my family growing up is they always was in construction. My father always had a roofing company, whatever. So I like to build, and I like the satisfaction of seeing what I built enjoyed. So
That explains so much.
I guess my inspiration comes from, I like to, not only do I enjoy the process, but I love the finished result. And I love to see things through their entirety. I don't like to start it and stop it because I understand time is something that as much as you want to invest, it yields no return. Right? You can put all of your time into something, and if you're not doing it right, it will give you nothing. And that's what most people that may be watching this feel, that they've been putting so much into their music and they haven't gotten anything out of it. So, winning is not fair. Fair is a place where they judge pigs. For me, inspiration, I find motivation within. Inspiration comes from seeing those around me succeed. The ultimate goal is immortality. I want my name to live forever. I want my kids kids to be able to reap the benefit of that. And I want everyone around me to be able to have that same mindset, because that's what I'm after for them. We can't do what we want to do for us. I'm 40 plus, bro. My days are done, dude. I got like 30 summers left. That's a reality. 25 summers, 30 summers left in me. That's it. My kids, they got 65. They still got 70 summers. So there's nothing anybody can, Jesus maybe, God, the big G-O-D. Other than that, buddy, we're all trying to get to the same mountaintop. I just want to make sure I can bring as many people with me as I can.
I think for me, at a younger age, I remember playing basketball, and I wasn't the best person on the team, but we won a championship. And my taking a charge helped us win the championship.
Team player.
I scored 0 points, but I took that one charge that
came off the bench
and we won the championship. And I learned at a young age, you got to play a role
Yes.
to win.
Yes.
I learned that super early, and I
Yes.
always wanted to be on a winning team. I always thought about stuff like that. Sometimes I could be the best player, but sometimes that my role may not be being the best player. My role may be
all right, LeBron,
holding up the sign.
All right, LeBron.
And it's about team. Like I'm sorry, I'm not a basketball person. Who's the worst team in the league?
It's debatable.
It's debatable.
Okay, pick one. One
Okay.
of, not the
Who's
worst, but
New York
one of.
Knicks.
Okay, so
Sorry, Knicks fans.
Put the Knicks on the court. Who's the best player?
Shoot. What's the dude's name? He just got a
The
good
fans.
contract.
No, who's the best player in basketball? Would it be
Oh,
LeBron?
Kevin Durant, LeBron James,
Let's
one
say
of them.
LeBron.
Steph, let's
Okay.
say, okay,
Steph
LeBron.
Curry.
Say LeBron.
Yeah, I think LeBron, but
So
people argue
if
Steph.
we put LeBron on the court against the New York Knicks, the whole team, who would win?
The New York Knicks, because they're going to pass the ball and score. It's going to be easier. It's 5 versus 1.
Of course.
Let's just pause for a minute and let that sink in.
No, of course, of
that
course.
What we think is the worst team in the league can outplay the best player.
Of course.
Yeah.
So it's really about the team, right?
It's always been
Agreed.
about the team, absolutely. And changing
So
team
many people don't
players,
get that.
changing roles, changing the playbook is detrimental to success. You guys haven't played a full game. You haven't gone through a full release cycle, but you want to scrap everything and start over. You haven't even got it in the rhythm to impact
Right.
the algorithm.
Right.
Something
Right.
to think about.
And I feel like
Great
one
point.
person cannot do anything all by themselves. I always hear people say, "Yeah, I'm self-made. I did it all by myself." That is not
That's not
correct to
true.
me.
Cap don't care who tell it.
It were
Yeah.
there were people around you that said, "You know what? I'm gonna help you." You cannot do anything.
Even if you didn't know. There have been people that have helped
Exactly.
me that are like, oh, I love what she stands for. Let me make this move to make her life easier. And I never knew. And there's a lot of people that do that. And the opposite. Let me block this motherfucker because I don't like how they think.
Yeah.
What's the old adage, that a guy breaks down on the side of the road and he's flagging people down, nobody will stop to help him. As soon as he gets frustrated, opens the car door and starts to push the car to the nearest exit, 3 cars pull over, people jump out and start trying to help him. What's the moral of the story? Nobody's going to stop and help you until you start helping yourself.
Agreed.
Nice.
That really is applicable for the music industry because when people ask for help, if there's no movement, there's nothing to help.
You're sitting on the trunk
Yes.
asking me for help, but what have you done to help yourself? Is the trunk
Exactly.
up? Have you checked for the spare? Do you have the wrench? Do you have AAA? You got cell phone service? Have we done
Right.
anything besides stand here and ask for somebody to help you? Because, man, we're all on the freeway going the same direction. I just need a
somebody
little bit of
that's
help.
sitting still isn't really asking for help. They're asking you to do it for them.
For them.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the annoying part.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes we enable it. Like you paying for that car insurance, you boop boop boop. They pull over, change it for you. You done.
But you have
Okay.
to work to be able to pay that bill.
Yep.
Correct. All right, to a beginner, what's the exact breakdown from a song going from a no-name song to a song that is viral that everyone knows?
Wow, there's so
Is
many
there
paths.
is there an exact breakdown?
There's so many paths.
There's no one way.
There's no one way.
No.
Yeah.
There's no one way. There's not one road that's been traveled twice.
Work. That's the unifying.
We all start at the same place.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the beginning. That's the levelness. Not where you think you start in your mind, but where you all started in reality. Travis Scott, Shakira, they all started at the same place.
Yeah.
Now, what opportunities were presented to them, what situations may have been afforded to them, or timing and preparation, whatever may have combined for them to excel, came after they started. But they
Right.
had to start.
But just start. Yeah.
I
I'm going
will-
to try to answer that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So when you have a great song, and it has to be a great song, you need to have work ethic and you need to have a budget, because without all of those things, you're just going to be running on the hamster wheel or on a treadmill, right? You're just going to go in circles. So I would say step number 1 is to get all your registrations and paperwork in order, which is one of your
From the
favorite
beginning.
things to talk
Claim your
about.
YouTube profiles.
Every record.
Yes, metadata,
Everything.
all that
Every
stuff.
record, because
Yes.
you don't know what's a great record
Correct.
until you've pushed it.
Correct.
Hence, we
Then
all start from the beginning.
I can't tell you how to push it because there's so many different ways. But
So
what
many.
I can say is build awareness.
Yes.
So the next step would be build awareness, whatever that means. For some people, that could be running digital ads. For other people, that could be posting on their TikTok profile because it's already popping. For another person, it could be social media because they've already spent years building up their social media and their engagement is really high. So there's a lot of different ways you could do this. And then once you build awareness, it's sort of like it comes down to a math game. And I learned this from Tony. Like maybe 1 out of 100 people that you reach could become a fan. If that's the case, then to get 10 fans, you have to reach 1,000 people. To get 100 fans, you have to reach 10,000 people. If you want 1 million fans, now you know the number. You got to reach all those people.
50 million.
You have to just reach as many people as you can, delivering as much content and music as you can. You got to share who you are. I'm keeping this kind of vague because I can't give you step 1, step
Correct,
2,
correct,
step
'cause
3.
so many
but I
different
do want to answer the
varieties.
question exactly. So you've got to spread not only the music, but you've got to share your image and who you are with the fans. And the fans have to not only like your music, but they have to kind of like you too in order to want to share you with their friends and really become a rabid fan. To become a fan of a song can just be one song.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about building a career, like a long-term career, they have to like you as well as the music.
And in order for you to reach more people, you're going to have to know who to reach. You're going to have to know
Yes.
how to reach them.
Yes.
That has zero to do with your song.
You said something.
Zero.
You said something, Wendy, and this is crazy. It's a difference between someone being a fan of the song versus a fan
Very
of the
different.
artist.
Very
if they're
different.
a fan of the song, when you drop another song and they don't like it, they're gone. But when they're a fan of you, anything you drop, slick, because they bought into you, they're going to stream. To kind of steal back to what Kingpin said, this is the funniest story, y'all. 2017 Honcho Day. We all start from the same place, correct? I'm going through all my pictures from, I was hosting Quavo's Honcho's Day, and that's at his high school, and it's a flag football game. Do you guys know who was around me in all these pictures, and nobody knew who he was? They knew who he was, but not like that. Lil Baby. I'm going through the
Really?
pictures, and he's in every other picture, standing right next to me.
This is like before he
This is
was
before.
Little Baby.
This is before.
So
This
he
is
put in
April.
work.
This is April Honcho Day. He
put in
cool,
work.
but he ain't. My dog didn't come out yet.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
and
I'm
he didn't
looking
drop
at
the freestyle yet at that time.
No, yeah, he just had this one
Freestyle
song that
would launched him, yeah.
I'm telling you, I was going through the picture. I was like, damn, that's Lil Baby. And every other picture, me, Jacquees, wife, and Lucci, Lil Baby. Me, Gucci Man,
Lucci.
Lil Baby. All these people, Lil Baby was right in all these pictures with me.
That's so awesome.
And I had no idea.
Yeah.
The circle
that's
of hip-hop
so
life.
awesome.
That's crazy.
The circle of hip hop life.
It means
And
he
they
put
gave
in
me a
the
list. I
work.
was saying his name on the list, but
Yeah.
all right, question of
Put
the
in the
day.
work.
Dear Wendy,
Dun, dun.
as an artist, when I'm performing, do I rap over my vocals, which I see a lot of artists do, or is it more genuine to perform over just the instrumental?
Thank you for asking that. This is a pet peeve. You knew that would trigger me, didn't you?
Hey,
You rap over the we call it the TV track. It's an instrumental that has the
ad-libs?
ad libs. Thank you. I had the word Jeezy in my head with the ad libs, and it's mixed and mastered, so it actually sounds good. What a concept! You never rap over your vocals because that just screams unprofessional, amateur.
Not only that, a lot of the
It just
venues that as an
sounds bad.
independent artist that you're going to perform in are, number one, they're not performance venues. Number two, if they are performance venues, they're old 70s or 80s performance venues, which means their audio isn't set up for the 808s and the bass and the shit that's going to drop. They're more set up for guitars, for people to come in and set up their guitar speakers and go crazy. So understanding where you're going to perform at is going to give you a better indicator of how to prepare your music. You should. I watched what your boy name is, OT Genesis. I watched him perform I'm in Love with the Coco for 15 minutes straight one night in Mansion Elon. And he just kept bringing it back and bringing it back. And he rapped.
Mansion Elon. Damn.
He rapped over his own beat. He didn't rap over his words. He rapped over the beat for all 15 minutes. Just kept bringing it back. He kept bringing it back. And I was like, you know what? Smart man.
Yeah.
And he hasn't missed yet.
Always be prepared. You should always have your instrumental with you. Carry it with you. Put it in the cloud so that you can pull it down and get it to the DJ. All that, it's all I had. I rapped over it my whole track because it's all I had with me. Then you're not prepared.
You know what irks me too?
Be doing this for a
when
living.
an artist performs and they give a DJ a thumb drive and then try to get it back at the end. Bitch, it's mine now. Why would you do that? Why would you give me some records? Oh no, those aren't released yet. That's your bad, dummy. Why would you give anybody anything that's unregistered or and I've been watching this trend, and y'all pay attention. Don't fall for the banana in the tub. I've been watching DJs whine about this shit. Give the DJ the record first. And most of y'all don't even DJ at venues, number one. Y'all don't even pull out Serato reports. You just point it. You're just doing it because everybody else says you're doing it. But give the DJ the record first after you've given it to your distributor. Please.
Yes.
And you've gotten a code and you're able to get it registered so that when you give it to that DJ, he can do something to help you.
Yes. And you know what I learned from you recently? And I love learning, right? I learned to give my distributor the track with the 8-bar intro on it.
Amen.
I didn't know any of that.
Gotta give
we
it to
just
him.
started uploading that, not for distribution
Right,
to the
not
world.
for retail consumption. Correct. For detection
But
purposes
for
only.
detection purposes only.
Only.
Yep. I didn't even know we could do that.
Yeah.
I love
It's amazing.
that. Yeah.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.